welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to another TBR bingo. I love these videos every single month. There is nothing more exciting than having my bingo pick my TBR. This last month was hectic and crazy. I had a 16 book TBR, but I also moved. As you can see, my background is looking a bit different than usual. So I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to give myself a pass or if I'm going to take punishments based off of not reading as many books as I should have this month. I still read over 16 books. I just didn't read all of my TBR books. So that being said, I'm a little bit nervous about how this month is going to go, but we're just going to play it by ear and see how it goes. Have a little bit of fun, or try to at least. If you've never been to a TBR bingo video before, let me just quickly explain the rules. Basically, I have a bingo cage that has 75 balls in it. Each ball correlates to a prompt, and not all the prompts are on the board. I have some in my extras pile down here, but whatever number I pick, I will pull the number, use that prompt to pick a book of my TBR. I roll the dice every month to see how many books I'm going to read in that month, and then if I need to add punishments or anything like that, then I can do so at that time. That being said, let's go over last month, see how I did, and see how many punishments, if I'm going to do any, there are. So these were all the books that I was supposed to read last month. There's a lot of them. I did really good. I just didn't finish everything. So first up we have a book that was, these books were self-destruct prompt, and that was Red Queen, and I did read this. Then for a horror we had You by Kaylanisimplyme, and I did not read this. For an intimidating book out of my TBR jar, I had A Winter's Promise, and I did not read this. For a book with LGBTQI+ rep, I had After Love, and I did not read this. For a book with representation that is underrepresented in the book community, I had Cemetery Boys, and I did read this. Then for a thriller with a 4+ title, I had The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I am currently in the middle of reading this. It is the 29th? 30th. It is the 30th when I'm filming this today, and I don't think that I'm going to finish this one. Then for a subscription box book, I had The In Between by Rebecca S.K. Ansari, and I did read this. Then for a random number generator, I had Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth, and I did read this. For another random number generator, I had Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, and I did read this. For a fantasy, I had The Nature of Witches by, I can't remember her name, but I did read this. Rachel Griffin. Then for a book with fire on the cover, I had Set Fire to the Gods by Sarah Rosh and Kristen Simmons, and I did read this. Then for an intimidating book out of my TBR jar, I had Middle Game by Shauna McGuire, and I did read this. For a bookish book, I had Undercover Romance by Lisa K. Adams, and I did read this. For a Goodreads scroll, I had The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I'm currently in the middle of this one. Again, I don't think I'm going to finish this one. For an intimidating book in my TBR jar, I had Salvaged by Madeline Rowe, and I did not read this. And then finally, for a book that was highest rated on my TBR, I had The Marionettes by Katie Wismer, and I did read this. Okay, so these are the 6 books that I was not able to get to in time. My rule is, for punishments, I can take 2 punishments, 2 rollovers, and if I decide not to do any of those, then I have to unhaul the books. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll over The Song of Achilles and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo into next month. I'm going to take a punishment for After Love and A Winter's Promise, and I'm going to unhaul Salvaged and You by Kaylanisimplyme. I have had both of these on TBRs before and never got around to reading them. I think that's just a case that I just don't care about reading these. This is a horror. I watched the TV show and it gave me anxiety, and this isn't an adult sci-fi that I only brought home because it was an ARC and I didn't want to throw it away, but alas, I don't want to read these, so I'm going to unhaul these ones. All that being said, let's go ahead and roll the dice and see how many books I'm going to be reading this month. Alright, you guys know the rules. I have up to 2 dice rolls to get the number that I hope for. If I decide to re-roll, though, I have to stick with the number that I have. So let's go ahead and do it. So this is a 12, which means that I automatically have 14 books because I have 2 punishments, plus the 2 other books that I have as rollovers, which means that's 16 books. Do I want to try and re-roll, or do I stay at a 12? Questions? I have questions. Oh man, I think I'm gonna re-roll. Oh, I could regret this. I could regret this. Please, dice gods, be nice to me. Oh my gosh! A 4 and a 2, so that's 6 plus my 2 punishments. That is 8 plus 2 more, that's 10 in total. I think that's pretty dang good. I will take a 6. I think all in all, that could have been much worse. Let's go ahead and roll the bingo cage and do our first roll. I'm gonna actually shuffle these because these were packed away and I wanna make sure they have a good shuffle. So let me shuffle them first and then I will do the first roll. All right, here we go. B10. Okay, B10 is read a subscriber's favorite as well as A Book with Magic, which Mel recommended that one for me. So let me go find a book that I was recommended by one of you guys, as well as a book with magic in it. Let me see, let me look around. Okay, this is a book that I was recommended several times, and it's a more of a magical realism, but it does have some sort of magic in it, and then I'm gonna go with The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I have heard really, really good things about this one. Again, I'm stretching this a little bit because it's magical realism, but magical is in the genre title, so I think that it should work. Like I said, I've heard really good things about this one. I believe this has to do with a woman who commits suicide, and she ends up between life and death at a library where she gets to kind of look at different books that would have spelled out her life if she had made a different choice in one way or another in different parts of her life. I've heard it's really good. I've heard that it's made people cry. I've heard it's some of people's favorites books, but after it came out for a little while, I've also heard some mixed reviews, so I'm very interested to see how I feel about this one. Okay, spin number 2. G57. G57 is Gifted, so a book that was gifted to me. Let me look around. I also count my Owl Crate books as gifted because they send them to me free for review. So let me look around, see what I want to read. I will get back to you. Okay, the book that I'm actually going to pick for this is Heartstopper Volume 4. This one was actually gifted to me from my old coworker page. She gave it to me because she wanted to wait for the US editions, and this is the UK edition, and I really want to read this. This is the perfect book to put on this TBR. I am so excited for this. Oh my gosh, if you don't know what Heartstopper is about, I don't know how you don't. I talk about it so much on my channel, but this is about Nick and Charlie, one whom is openly gay, the other one who is questioning his sexuality, and they create a relationship from there. It is very cute, it's very wholesome, it's very sweet. I've heard that the 4th graphic novel does get into a bit of some more darker topics, but I am very excited to give this one a go. Okay, spin number 3. N36, A Punishment Prompt. Along the way of this move, I have lost my pen that I usually write the numbers on, so this one's a little bit light, sorry. I will fix them later, but 36 is on the board, and of course, like I said, it's a punishment prompt, and this is to read a book over 600 pages. It's fine, everything's fine, we're gonna be fine. Let me pick one, at least it's on the board. Take the wins where we can get it, right? Okay, this might be a slightly cheating because technically I'm halfway through this book, but it is over 600 pages, and I really do need to finish this. This is on my these are on my like 21 books to read in 2021, and I definitely want to read it. And that is The Serpent's Curse by Lisa Maxwell. I am halfway through, like I said, and I'm really excited to read this one, but I lost my hold from the library, so I do want to finish this one. I love this series so much. The first book is The Last Magician. It follows a woman named Esta who has the ability to stop and pull time, but with an artifact that she has, she's also able to time travel, and her professor and teacher asks her to time travel into the past to steal a book that they are hoping will bring down the brink. And the first book was really, really well done. The second one wasn't my favorite, and the third one is gearing up to be better than the second, but I would like to finish it and see where I stand, and I'm really excited to get back to it. That book is huge. Okay, spin number 4. I-23. I-23 is friend pick, which means that I need to reach out to a friend to pick a book. However, I don't really want to, but that's okay. I'm gonna do it because Bingo says I have to. So let me reach out to Mel and Clint and see what they pick. Even though I have a Mel and Clint pick on my thing, I don't feel like reaching out to anyone else, so Mel and Clint it is. Okay, I have put on Instagram for either Clint or Mel to pick me a book, so as soon as they get back to me, I will, of course, tell you what they picked. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and do roll number 5. N42. Okay, before I move on to N42, Clint picked a book for me, and I kind of knew this was coming, so I'm actually glad that I did this because I figured he would pick this book, and that is Raven Song by TJ Klune. We are currently doing a like buddy read of this entire series, and so he picked Raven Song. I don't own it yet. It is in my Amazon cart. I will be buying it ASAP, but I'm very excited to get to this. This is the second book in the Wolf Song series, or it's not called the Wolf Song, the River Creek series maybe. It's a fantastic first book in a series. I'm really excited for book 2. I cannot wait. It is a book about gay werewolves, at least the first one is. That's all you need to know going in. Read it, you'll love it, it's amazing, and I'm really excited for book 2. All right, now for N42, that is a new release. So let me pick a new release that I want to read. Okay, for new release, this is a book that I am super excited for. It actually just came out and I just received my Owl Crate exclusive edition, and that is When Night Breaks by Janelle Angelis. This is the second book in the Where Dreams Descend series, or the Kingdom Card series, and I'm really looking forward to book 2. This Owl Crate edition is absolutely stunning. So pretty. Oh my gosh, really excited for this. The first book was really well done. It is a magical competition with magicians, but if you liked like the what is that movie with Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron? The circus one. I can't think of it. It's called The Greatest Showman. If you like The Greatest Showman, then you will really, really like this one. I think at least. Zendaya and Zac Efron are like totally the two people in this book, and it totally works. It's so good, but it's also like dark and twisty. The first book left off on a cliffhanger, and I need to know the answer, so I'm really excited to get around to this one. Okay, roll number 6. I-20. Okay, I-20 is a double prompt, and this is a retelling with a polarizing opinion. The polarizing opinion one was recommended by Gabriel, so that's really awesome. Let me look around and find a retelling that has a polarizing opinion. We'll see. That actually didn't take me very long at all because I'm going to read Desperate Measures by Katie Robert. Now, Katie Robert is beloved and very well known in regards to BDSM smut. However, some people that have read this have really not enjoyed it, although I feel like it's pretty much in the minority of people that have really liked it. But I have heard some mixed reviews in regards to this book, and I'm really excited to give it a go. This one is a Jasmine and Jafar retelling where Jasmine and Jafar are together. So it's an Aladdin retelling. I'm really excited. It's super short. I've been dying to get to this one and the rest of the series, so I'm really excited that I was able to fit this on a TBR. Plus it's short. I will take it. Okay, spin number 7. Come on, there we go. G55, which means we're doing an extra spin. Just when I thought I was getting close, no. Okay, 55 is of course an extra ball, and then to read a book strictly at night. So let me look around, figure out what I want to read, and I will get right back to you. Okay, for a book that I'm going to read strictly at night, I'm going to read Fairest by Marissa Meyer. This is the little novella in the Lunar Chronicle series. I have heard that you should read it before you read the final book, Winter, so I've decided that I'm going to pick this one up. Again, another short book, which I'm really excited for. Hopefully this means that I will actually finish out my TBR. Let's hope, but I might have just jinxed it seeing as I have 9 spins now instead of 8, so we'll see, but I am really excited about this. The Lunar Chronicle series is a retelling of different fairy tales, but with a sci-fi twist. They all interconnect with different characters for each book, and this is Queen Lavanna's story, so I'm really excited to give it a go. Okay, spin number 8. N35. I really did jinx it, didn't I? All right, N35 is an extra ball and then a blindfold. So basically what I have to do is blindfold myself and pick a book. So at least it's a fun prompt and it's on the board. So let me do it, and then we'll have 10 spins instead of 9. This is really gonna mess up my bangs, but I do have my sleep mask here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blindfold myself, I'm gonna spin around. I'm going to stick to my rainbow shelves because I do have my black and white shelf behind you, but I think that I'm going to stick with my rainbow shelves, and I will turn around and pick a book. So here we go. I think I'm gonna spin like 3 times maybe. 1, 2, 3. Oh crap. Oh, hold on. Oh my God. Okay, on bookshelves. Ooh, I don't know. Should I go high or low? I don't know. Okay, we'll go over here. What is it? What is it? Oh, I've already read this. Okay, hold on, let me put this back. Okay, let's do it one more time. 1, 2. Is that 3 or 4? Fuck. Okay, hold on. Oh, Jesus, I'm so dizzy. Ah! Okay, let's go down here. Oh, well, I cannot read this. Hold on. I can't read that. 3rd time's the charm? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh my God, my hair. Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Oh my God, I'm dizzy. Okay. I was not expecting to put this on my TBR, but it's here. I'm so out of breath. I am really excited for this though. Every Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I have read so far, I have really enjoyed. However, I have heard mixed reviews about this one, so I'm hoping that I love it. But that was actually very exciting. I'm glad that I put that prompt in there. That was fun. But let's go ahead and do the second to last spin. All right, spin number 9. N44. Okay, N44 is a graphic novel or a manga. Okay. I could read the last graphic novel that I own of Saga. I could read Monstrous. There's so many graphic novels, honestly. I could read Paper Girls, Lumberjanes. I could read my manga that I have. Let me decide what I want to read and go from there. Okay, I think I decided that I'm gonna read Fire at in His Fingertips by Kawano Tanishi. It's the first manga in a series that is supposed to be very good. It's wrapped, so I'm very excited about that. I've had this on my shelf for a little while, and I could have picked a graphic novel that I'm currently in the middle of, but I really want to read this, and I'm so glad that I got it on a TBR. One more excuse to pick up this book, and I'm very excited for it. All right, will hopefully be our last spin. I-18. I-18 is a readathon, but I'm not participating in any readathons this month. I thought about doing Middle Grade Monthly, but not Middle Grade Monthly, Believathon. Maybe I should just low-key participate in Believathon, that way I can use this readathon prompt. So, let me grab my iPad, pull up the thing, random generate a number, and then pick a Believathon prompt based off of that. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Let's do it. Random number generator, of course I'm gonna do it 3 times, so 1, 2, 3. Number 19. I don't know which one is 19, this one. Okay, this is the Believathon prompt. On and on the story goes. Read it quick or decompose. Read a long book. Why? Why? Okay, fine. When it says read a long book, do I have to read a long middle grade, or do I just have to read a long book in general? Questions. I have questions. Okay, I wanted to stick to a middle grade, and even though I haven't finished the series all the way through with my reread, I have already read the series before, so I know how it ends, so I don't think I'll spoil myself at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. This is the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series. I have been wanting to read the series for quite some time, so this is a good opportunity to do so. It is middle grade. I believe that this one kind of moves from middle grade into young adult as the series goes on, but I still believe that this one is considered middle grade. So that being said, I'm going to read The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. I am very excited to give this one a go. I've heard really good things about the series, so hopefully I like it. I don't know much about it, but I kind of want to keep it that way, and hopefully I enjoy it. All right, these are my official TBR books, not including my rollovers, which if I add my rollovers on, that is what the TBR stack is looking like. Honestly, I have done worse. I have done better, but I have done worse. So I think that it's not too bad. A lot of these are also really short. I have 2 short, like a graphic novel and a manga in here. I have a short little novella, another short little novella. This I only have to read half of. So I think that I could do it. I think that it could be a good reading month for sure. Some of these on here I've had high hopes of reading, so hopefully I enjoy them. And I'm tired now. I want to go take a nap. Alright, but that is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know down below what you guys are reading in the month of November. I would love to know. Let me know if you've read any of the books I've talked about today and what your thoughts are on them. Please do share all that information down in the comments. That way I can chit chat with you guys. But that is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Baby, turn it